Hello everyone, welcome to the xsinick show. We're going to continue modeling, texturing that building that we modeled, uh, the gate building. We did some floors that was pretty interesting, and we did a overall texture for the overall building. So we're going to start to get a little more detailed in today. We're going to hopefully do some metal and all that sort of stuff. And all this, we should be able to bake down and kind of get a like a cool style. The whole point about texturing, I'm thinking to my own self, is to add more detail and interest, and also to give the object a sense of being built, right? So it has to look like something that can be built, based upon the textures, and it has to have the materials that you somewhat recognize. Hey, so I want to shout out all my followers. How are you guys doing? Let's get right into texturing this stuff, and yeah, let's go. So I just want to say hello to you out there.
Hello, my friend.
Seem to always do that. Let's go. This looks pretty interesting right here. Continuing that concrete motif until we get to something different here. I think the small texture might be able to work for this part here. Just hit that render. We could turn right now the sample's at 128, it goes down to 64. Don't need to be crazy high, we just need to be able to see what we're doing. We're gonna bake it from cycles. Eevee is nice for real-time stuff, but it's almost practically useless when you want to bake stuff. And that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna be baking these materials. Okay, I'm going to carry that gray motif on here. Maybe go with a slightly darker gray. So let's add a material to this. What material is this? This is building exterior. Let's go ahead and add one. Let's get rid of that working material. Let's add building exterior map. Go with this one here. And you can see just off the bat it kind of adds something that to me looks pretty interesting, but I will let's copy that. Okay, so we could have more control over it. Gate building, yeah, let's keep that ex2 material. Let's go with material 2 on here. Let's get rid of these dot things. I'm gonna save this. Let's just choose a different textures to see what it's gonna look like. It's a good thing about procedural materials. You could just kind of generally kind of use them over and over. That panel. Let's grab this one. I'm grabbing the one right here in the viewer. You can use many different things, kind of like a sandstone and that kind of thing, but I think the panel look, I'm liking it. Okay, let's change this to box. I know we have to do all these separate different maps. So I want to shout out to to myself. It reminded me of using the gradient maps, and yeah, I started. I was like, you know what? Let me put a gradient map on and see what's up, and yeah, they work, right? That's the way to go. So I like that. Thanks for reminding me of that when you made that when you talked about it. gradient maps are a good way of you know, doing all these extra maps. I think that it gives you a lot more control than, I mean, you could, I think the curves are good for just color, but if you're doing all this information stuff, gradient map is probably the way to go to some degree. It's okay. Okay, let's make a separate UV thing for this.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, Mr. Kaplu. How are you? Oh, you just got home from training. Okay. What kind of training did you have, if you don't mind me asking? Was it trek back home? Was it? How was it? Do you have to go through a lot of traffic? See, this is UV4. I'm gonna make a little thing here for selected stuff. Just you go here, selected. It's not show collections. Just a little thing here for like selections. I'm gonna save. Oh, you do boxing? Okay. Wow. That's cool. So you got like a sparring session. So I'm gonna put that line right there on that seam. But that's kind of cool. That's very cool, actually. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's see what happens here. I'm working this for so long. That's why I keep telling myself, like, I'm like, you know what? You know, I think about it. So like, I like the fact that you said that. So this is how I see this, right? So like, you know, like I've worked for other people, you know, to get a paycheck, right? Like, you know, that's what everyone does, right? Hopefully, you know, you go to work and you bring home a paycheck, and I have to be a machine for them, you know, and for me 30 minutes max, and that's it. And so coding, man, it's like you know, as I said, like, you know, when I work for people, you know, and you know, they demand my work for like 8 hours, you know, and I try to break that up, you know. I try to break that up, you know, with kind of like with what I do and that kind of thing, and it doesn't matter, like, you know, you gotta get, you know, their stuff done within that, you know, within an 8-hour time. So oh yeah, sorry, yeah, no, yeah, it's cool, it's all good. So I was like, you know what, if I could do it for someone else, you know, I should be able to do it somewhat for myself. Why isn't this? I'm getting a weird stretch here. Let's see what's going on. This should be okay always wrong, but I'll undo that. Maybe it didn't like the fact that I did that. I could rotate it in texture. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Put 90 on that. 90 on that. Whoa, minus 90? Oh, minus 90? That's not working. Let's see what these strips do. Yeah, I guess I worked for people so long that I learned how to weather the bottom. You respect that for many people. The water working is less than doing it for themselves, so they. Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. You know what's my reward? My reward was never really money. Like even when I worked for people, like I want to get paid, right? So I want to get paid correctly. If I'm doing something, but my reward was always seeing the job done and seeing the person happy with what I've done for them. Then I was like, okay, it was worth it. Like we the objectives were met and stuff like that. That's how I feel. At least that's how I felt, doing this kind of stuff. Okay, I think that scale might be okay. Let's just double check this. Let's do something like this right here. Get that seam right on there. Okay, so that's being built like that. Yeah, scale it up, scale Z. Scale it up a little bit. With a good heart. Yeah, don't matter what I do, man. In the end, it doesn't make sense. Like I think my mom, and of course reading the Bible and stuff, it kind of gives you a different sense of the world, right? You could run, people could run from it all they want. Like I can't take all the credit. Like, well, it's because I'm so cool or something. Like no, it's like basically I went through a lot of hard times growing up. A lot of hard times, I know what it is to be like hungry and stuff like that, or see things not work and there was two kinds of people growing up. There were people who like saw the situation and it really affected them, and they act all like mean and nasty and crazy, and it only made the situations worse. It didn't get better. Like their attitudes like made the situation that much more like dire, And I was like, you know what? I don't have the luxury to like doubt myself, or it's like, how much luxury do you have? Like when you're hungry there and you have nothing to eat, or like when things are not working, you don't have the luxury to throw a tantrum, right? To throw a tantrum, you gotta get up and get something happening, and the only way to do that is by motivating. It's by staying motivated. It's kind of like what you do with boxing. Yeah, to a degree, yeah. I mean, nobody wants to go through hard times. I mean, I certainly don't. Like, I don't want to ever go through what I went through when I was growing up, ever. But, when you believe, in Jesus, that in the end, it's his story, you know. So you just got to do your part and just let everything else work itself out. So I try to do my part, you know. So I learned to go with my life. I try not to control every little aspect of it, knowing that God is in control. I don't know if that makes sense. So control some parts of it, not all. Right. So the parts I can control is the decisions I make. And that's about it, you know. But then, you know, you get evil when people try to control things that they shouldn't be controlling, you know, and, you know, it turns out to be evil for somebody else, right? Good for them, but not good for someone else. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, that's my philosophy. That's me talking, man. You know, in the end, you gotta be able to sleep, right? You gotta live with yourself. You know, and if you're not improving, you know, you're not like you know, you're not really living. So you gotta try things out. You gotta be brave. You know, it's like boxing, man. Like, you know, like what you're doing. You know, like I sure like where you are now boxing. I don't know if how long have you been boxing. I should probably ask you that question. Did you just start or? You know, I think this texture is working out like this. What I'm gonna do. See. Okay, it's kind of lining up. It's kind of lining up with that. You don't have to be 100% on point, but just close enough. Scale Z a little bit. Oh, 6 months, okay. Yeah, every sparring partner and use the okay, different game plan. Switch it up. Yep, constantly. Sometimes you get that. Okay, yeah, what you learn from it. Yeah, I think like what I've heard, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. Like with boxing, right? I think this is what makes somebody like Mike Tyson really successful is that he could like hold a punch. You know, so like when you punch him. You know, he's like, you know, when you punch someone, of course, in boxing, you know, it hurts, but like, you'd have to really pummel him to get to him, and he's learned how to take a punch, basically. Is that true? You gotta learn how to let's say roll with the punches. I think this scale is good for this. Let's continue working on this material. Save. Continue to save here. Okay, I think this is looking like a good complement for this, and I'm gonna use this throughout for this concrete for this. So let's touch this concrete up. Okay, so let's see here. So we got this here. It's box linear. Okay, we're gonna make a roughness map using this. Copy this. Put the vector on there. Get rid of that. You know, before we even make a roughness map, we should technically make a, you know, a map. You know, make a normal map here. It is, and as we talk about the code, etc., have been that usually men who come from luxury to box in the gym are not willing to go to deep waters in the training. Oh wow, really? Okay. But men with hard backgrounds do it. Yeah. It's how successful you want to become in what it is you do. And you know, you gotta learn how to enjoy the ride there, right? If you can't enjoy the ride, yeah, it's basically conditioning yourself to be a certain kind of person. Definitely. Wow. Hey, good going, Mr. Kaplu. For sure. Yeah, hats off to you. Okay, so this is the map here. I'm gonna make this into a bump map. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, it's in the mindset. Okay, let's make a ramp here. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the materials from this. Let's undo the roughness. Let's undo the basic material. Yeah, it's a mindset. Yeah, it's good. Let's go into here. Let's see if we can get this to view this. Oh yeah, and also you talk about node wrangler, like you know what? Let's check node wrangler out, and I'm going to just to look for the preview button so we can preview each map. So I'm going here in Blender. By now it should be like a, yeah, it should be a thing, right? Node wrangler, fine. Let's see, show hotkeys. We want hotkeys for previewing. Manage. So this will be my first time using node wrangler here. I just kind of avoided it because like most people that watch my stream, they're not familiar with all the little shortcutty things of Blender. Let's see here. Merge. Oh, I could do a search. Okay, preview. Preview node output. Man, look at that thing. It's Control Shift left mouse button. Alt Shift left mouse button. Left mouse button. Okay, we'll see. Just keep this here. Okay. Just plug the result back in here. Just select this, Control Shift left. Look at that, that saves time, right? Okay, let's go. Again, big up to Measle for suggesting that I use these things. I think we're at a point where I could use this and it not confuse anybody too much. Let's see what this gives us. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Control Shift.
Maybe you should do a beginner Blender tutorial for YouTube.
Maybe I should, yeah. Alt Shift. Okay, I don't know how to undo it. How do you undo it? I think I should. I think you're right. Let's just put this back in here. Let's just go in here and take a look. Oh yeah, I like what it's doing here. Okay, so now if you plug in the texture, okay, that works. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we definitely should do a beginner tutorial for YouTube for sure. And thanks for saying it in the text to speech. You know, that kind of solidifies it, so I could always look back at the video and we could check it out and create one. I kind of was doing some warm-ups in some past videos, you know, to get to making tutorials and stuff like that. And in one of them, okay, let's come here and let's change this. It says straight. Let's go RGB. Go non-color. Is the non-color different? Really? Is it that much different? I'll stick with sRGB. That's really weird. Yeah, so I modeled like a cucumber and a couple other things, but I can make it very much more tutorial-like. Like, you know, this is Blender. It's a 3D application. You could create shapes in here. Definitely. You know what? I don't understand why this didn't work. Let's go back into sRGB. Let's go non-color here. Okay, the threshold is a little bit higher. Let's see what we got. The Shift Alt, Control Alt. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's do one for the roughness map. Okay, so roughness has to be inverted. Let's look for an invert node. So, so you get more roughness. Yeah, so we have to invert this. And you can just flip the, you don't probably won't need it. You could just probably flip the channel here, which is so cool. Like so. I like the way that works out there. Okay. Let's make the glossy a little bit less. Something like so. Let's give it a little bit more of a harder feel to it. Something like so. What can what can a skilled man always do? Tell others how to do it. Huh. Wow. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure you could like show people how to like do basic boxing and stuff like that. To
I
defend.
need to go. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, take it easy. Have a good one. Mr. Kaplu, thanks for stopping by. Okay, let's check the... Okay, so I'm watching right here. Let's turn the specularity up. Yeah, so there's definitely some spec going on. Let's go inside here. Take a look. I'm gonna control the color with a curve. That's this right here. It's already kind of dark. Kind of punch the natural color up a bit. And there's a dirt on there. Let's just take a look at this by itself. Let's pull the brightness down. Okay, let's take a look again. I'm gonna put the brightness about there just for a little bit of contrast. I'm gonna bring this like about so. Let's pull this black down here. Make the belly like about so. Okay. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the bump map here. I'm gonna turn this bump map up to 0.3. I know Mr. Kaplu's gone, but this is for him. I'm just gonna back away here and soften up the bump there a bit. Okay. Okay, let's apply it to these pieces right here. It's matte too. Gonna make that a bit darker. Oh, this is still using non-color. Let's come out of that. There you go. Non-color, sRGB. I was wondering why it wasn't being affected. Yeah, see now it's too much. Let's let's back up here a bit. I was wondering, I was like, why isn't this, we were like adjusting it the wrong way. Let's back out of here. Okay, we gotta back out of here. Just bring it down a little. Probably something like that. Bring a little bit of that. Bubble that back out. That's really reflective. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, just a little bit of specularity makes a big difference. Let's go 0.1. Let's check this roughness. Okay, so we gotta change this here. Yep. Let's roughen that up some. Make it just a little bit like so. I think this part here looks a little ugly, so let's take a look and see what that's about. I'm seeing some blue in there. I don't know if that works for that. Let's see. Yeah, I think a little, pulling some blue out of that. Make it a little more sandstony. It's probably the way to go. Let's keep the blue closer to the white. Here. Well, it's a little bit. Let's go into the green here. Let's duck the green back a smidgen. Oh, that's a red. Let's do green right here. There you go. Oops, a little too much. Okay, got that back. Let's take a look now. If you bring the whole thing, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that. A little bit more uniformed. Okay, these guys need something a little bit different. Okay, so maybe we make all these metal and this metal. Leave this concrete. Let's take a look. See what's mixing in here. Okay, so that's the dirt. Wait a minute, what's this? Just like this. Okay, let's go here. Yep, that's the dirt. Bring that down a bit. Okay, let's make this now. Let's do a metal. I'm just gonna copy this for this metal. The metal is pretty tricky, but we're gonna try it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a occlusion. Yep, and we got like something peeking through. Let's just go right ahead and turn this into metal and see what we get. I think maybe it should be a colored metal also. Okay, so this is where we have the random. We don't need any of this random stuff. Let's see, ambient occlusion. Let's undo this. Let's just make it metal. But the metal will definitely have to come from the game engine itself. But let's see what we got here. We could change it into a specific color. Roughness is going to have to come down some. Roughness 0.3. Make the edge highly metallic. Or maybe the metal is dulling off here. Specularity. Roughness 0.5. 0.5. It's not as so 0.3 on this. Okay, let's try for a color here. One good way to test metallic stuff to see if you get like a really nice gold. There are different types of gold. Let's turn the roughness off, okay. Let's check in. Hell of a chore. So did you have to... Okay. Let's get some seams happening in here, just using like texture maps and stuff. Let's get another, let's get a spec map up. We're not really supposed to touch the specularity, but let's see if we can punch it up. Oh, so you said you did. What did you have to do? Like dishes, right? Okay, as I said before, like most of this metallic material is gonna have to be done in the game engine. Let's get to visualize it now. Man, these robots are using expensive materials like gold. These robots. Okay, let's see here. Maybe it's a different color. Feels a little more realistic, and the door I'm gonna put the door into this blue so it ties in a bit. I'm gonna brighten this up a bit. I think it has to be just a little bit brighter. And then we got like some metal, and then of course we could try like putting some brushed thing on there. Do that too. So it's the base color of just nudge it up just a smidgen, nudge up just a smidgen, nudge up just a smidgen. Oh, something like that. Okie dokie. Can we throw some dirt on this? Let's get some dirt on here. Okay, we don't need this here anymore. Gold. The textures are coming together so cool. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, Miso. Yeah, just trying to have this make some sort of sense. This door is definitely going to be that blue. So, yeah, let's go grab let's grab some of that dirt over here. Let's try that, and that. Copy. Oh. Let's go back here. I mean, I don't think dirt really settles on metal like that, except like copper, but I just want to add some more interest, right? So like, let's see here. I mean, copper oxidizes, so that's what you see in copper. Let's put this here. So this should be the color for that. Put that in there. Yep, there you go. It's a little bit of kind of dirt on the metal. Give it a little bit of interest. And let's see if we can add some brush metal. I should have a brush metal normal map somewhere here. Let's look for that. Brush. Okay, here we go. Normal maps. Brush metal, there you go. Let's save this. Come here. Just gonna grab a color ramp, my Misel, you mentioned that, as I said before. That's what we're using. Oh, wrong thing copied in. Let's try it again. Bump map. Some of this. That. Hey, let's hook it up to a map, to a mapping box. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. See that it is a normal map. Yep, and we did get Node Wrangler in here, so that too. We don't actually need any of that. Don't need this. Might just need this. Okay, computer music. Oh wow, man, Misel, like I'm really digging the conversations that we have. That's so good, man. Like that's awesome. I love to hear that. That's very cool. A lot of these are like free stuff and stuff that has been like I've been screwing around with. Some of this stuff is not me, some of it is me. But there's a lot of like good people out there, making cool music. This is a normal map, that's great. So let's see here. Let's go back into regular mode. Give my computer a break. I'm gonna copy another UV box here. Bring this over. Yeah, if like what I'm doing inspires you to do your own project or just watching and having fun or whatever it is, I'm down with all that. That's good ways to feel, Okay, add in that UV to here. And let's plug this into the normal. Let's get a normal texture. Vector, normal. Oh, not that one. Vector, normal map. Color into color. Swings into normal. And because we have Node Wrangler, installed, we could view this stuff as is. Oh, we don't have to. Wow, that's every which way right there. Let's see here. Let's go 0 on that. Okay. 0.17 minus 17. Okay, that kind of lines up. 190 on this. A 0 on that. No. So 90 on this one. How do you want to brush brushed metal? I think the brush metal going down is better. Gonna add a background for this, like sandy dunes or stuff like that, or you just gonna render the building? No, so what I'm doing, I'm gonna take, after I finish texturing this, I'm gonna bake all these textures from Cycle into like a couple final texture maps, and then dump this into the game engine and work the game engine, and you know, have the materials come together in the game engine and replace the old building that we have in there. Yeah, I'm not going to yep, so yeah, basically that's, you know, that's what we're gonna do there. Okay, I'm gonna scale this. Bring this over to one side. Let's take a look. Cycles. Of course, want this to be non-color. This is a flat. We want boxed. See what we get. Non-color. Or should I just undo that? 0. 90. Ah, it's interesting. 0 here. Minus 0.17. Let's go 90 on this one. 90 on Y. Maybe 0 here. Yes, I'm not gonna add a background. I'm just gonna capture all the textures, bake all the textures in, bake the specular maps, bake the albedo or the diffuse maps, bake, you know, just bake all the maps onto another copy of this thing, build it back, you know, using a few textures, and send it off to Godot. Oh, that's interesting how that wants to behave like that, but that's okay. Let's just see what we got here. Maybe it should be flat. I mean, I technically could lay this out, but let's not do that. Let me go back and let's try to really fix this. Zero on that. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see if this will allow me to rotate it. Rotate on Y 90. Yeah, it totally did it that way. Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Okay, so it's doing it along one plane there. Right, because of the faces of the box. Okay, I see. Let's check it again. Oh yeah? Wow. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'll check it out. You want me to check it here on stream, or you want me to just check it out here? Check it out on the channel. I mean, everybody who's watching or who could watch will probably hear. Do you just want me to check it out privately? That's awesome. Okay, the strength needs to be down a bit. There we go. Let's increase how tile it is. It's 0.3. Let's go 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Is that making it bigger? Okay, let's go 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's better. Let's check this out. Okay, so that's the texture of it. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. Depends, for me, anything is okay. Okay, I'll check it out. You want to listen to it on stream? Hey, at this point, you know, like, yeah, it's my stream, but I also, like, you know, think that anyone that, you know, takes the time to check me out, you know, it's also, you know, I would share it with all you guys, you know, like you here with me, you know. I would say this is our stream at this point. So yeah, let's check it out. If I turn the strength down to 0, that's what we get. Okay, just want to make sure. So I'm just gonna nudge the strength up. Okay, 0.1. And because we're using brush metal, I think like I'm gonna turn the roughness down a little bit, 0.1. And let's turn this down 0.3, 0.3, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we do get a little thing happening here. Let's come in here. I think this metal is somewhat okay. You know, it has little striations in it. How do you change the blender options highlight to red? I should do that. Blender options. The blender options highlight to red. You mean like the way like my blender? You talking about the interface? Buttons and options selected, turn red. I need that to help my eyes. Oh, blend options selected to red. All right, so like this is all. All right, so if you want to change the interface, if you're talking about the interface, like the options and all that, so you have to go here, go into I went into file, sorry, edit, preferences, themes, and in themes here you have like a whole bunch of stuff here where you could change like the interface and that kind of thing, the interface colors and all that. So you have to go into themes. Let's see, interface, yeah. So you have to go into themes. Let's see here. You can start with like the 3D view, you know, to change things in the 3D view. Collection colors, see strip colors, bone, yeah. So they have it broken up into different things for the interface. There's also presets to the top here where you could choose different presets, and that's kind of what I did. So you have Blender Dark, and then you have a whole bunch of different presets here for the color of the interface. So I would go into here and play around. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's important to make sure, like, I try to do things so that you guys can see clearly on screen here. So if you're not seeing something clearly as I go through, just let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna carry this metal inside. Let's go inside. Okay, let's see here. It's metal. Okay. So metal here. And I'm gonna do these wall bracket things here into that same metal. I think that's looking pretty slick. Right, and I'm gonna do this trim. There's a piece of trim here, and that's gonna be that metal too. Right, and this whole wall is its own thing. This whole wall is gonna be it. So we're gonna deal with the insides in a little bit. Try to make that look funky and cool as possible. Think about metal, you know, it's truly a game engine kind of shader thing, but I'm gonna help it by giving it like some edge textures and that kind of thing. Okay, let's deal with this door. I want the door to be this blue. Yeah, it'll be nice if it actually looks like this in-engine, right? But that's a whole nother, you know, I'll have to go into the engine and really work on getting metal and then swap out the texture. But it's fun to do it on here, right? Okay, let's get this door here. This door, I want this door to be this blue. And this is the one part I could change, I'm thinking, throughout the game. Like some of the doors and floors could be blue, some could be red, according to the stage and level you're in. You could change that, not a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy here. Just save. Call this gate L2 gate building door level. Level 1 actually. Am I calling this stuff L2? Anyways, level 1 gate BLDG. Door. But this is the actual gate, right? Map. Alright, that's fine for now. There'll have to be two thing in there. Let's take a look at yeah, this texture here is insane. It has all kinds of things in it. Like the concrete on this is just crazy. Let's grab that paint. So what do we need? We need the ambient occlusion. Let's grab that. We need this color. Has a must grab on there. Yeah, let's just grab that for now. Let's not get too complex with it here as yet. Grab the built door. Let's drop this in here. Let's get rid of this old one. Yeah, cool node. A little too complex node, but this is how you gotta do it in Blender for now. I wish it could be a little simpler, but especially for the sake of anyone that's, you know, that's watching. It just looks like a bunch of like crazy boxes. Oh, look at that. That's almost done. I like this. Wow, that almost works as is. Okay, let's go into the door. I want the door to be I want this part here to be completely metal, so let's turn that up to 0.9. Metallic. Let's go a little more white on that. Specularity 0.5. Roughness, let's turn that roughness down. 0.2. So it's a little too metallic. Let's drop that back so we can get some of that edge back happening. 0.8 maybe. Let's turn the specular back up 0.7. Okay. So we got a dirt texture here. And the edge is 0.3, that's not bad. Another amen break. Yeah. Probably I'll try to switch it up a little bit here in a minute. Let's play some of my beats here. Let's take it from the top. This is all xsinick beats right here. Okay, let's get some of this going. I'm gonna grab this mapping here, copy that. Just going back into the door here. I'm surprised that the door works so well in this color. Like, you know, I was like, what? Watching it now, this metal needs to be like a lot brighter. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna make that metal bright. Just come in here. I'm gonna put that in there so we can get some of this back. Let's control the must grab on this. Tinted dark blues. Yep. This one here is probably a little bit more painted. Let's make this. Just want to see what this does. Okay, I think this is better. I just want to use that as a little. Let's go 3 in there. Just kind of like you know, some unevenness in the paint there. Let's go a little more blue. It's a little too dark. Something like so. That's making a little more sense. It's almost black. This metal's definitely got to be brighter. Let's tune that up. Pump it up. I have to turn the metallicness down. I think that's what it's doing. Let's see here. Yeah. Turn it down just a smidgen. Really reluctant to do that. Let's turn that up some. Let's go back to 0.8. Specularity technically should be 0.5. Shouldn't touch that. That's what they say. Okay, see, like, is this kind of luster I wanted in it? But again, you know, I'm probably putting the cart before the horse, because A lot of this stuff has got to look a little bit different once we punch that up a bit. Let's go back to 0.9 on that. Yeah, see that? No, that's, yeah, going back to 8.5. Yeah, also Star Wars. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Yeah, I doubt we'll get something like this in engine, but we'll see. It's good to hope and dream, right? I think I need to back away on how bright it is there. Let's go here. Yeah, because metal shifts according to the environment, right? That's what happens. Yeah, and let's go, yeah, let's tint it a bit. Let's go tint that into blue. You know, let's tint that into that blue right there. Okay, so the door is there. I almost feel like I want to brighten this door up. Let's see what's going on here. Let's brighten up. Let's brighten it up. Let's go a little more saturated. A little higher. Okay, I'm liking that a little bit better. I mean, I want it to look like something. Let's go a little, probably that's a little too much there. Get some of that musgrave to look like weathering. It's very subtle, but it's there. I'm gonna thanks. You like the beat? Let's I'm gonna try to see if I can use this for some bump mapping. So let's go it should be like a black and white RGB to black and white. Let's see if it does it. I don't know if it'll do it from this node, but we'll see. Let's get a bump map happening here. Now let's use the... Oh, it actually did it, right? Okay, and between here and here we could put that ramp. I know we might be destroying it right now. Yeah, it will probably clip really easily. Let's try ease. Let's leave it linear, and I'm just gonna, how about B-spline? Yeah, so you have a middle gray, so it's not, yeah, something like that. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, that is cool. Look at that. Kind of bubbled up almost like yeah, I didn't expect it to work so good. This is cool. It bubbled up like it's rusted below or something. All we have to do is back off of that a bit. 0. Go up a smidgen. I think we need like a harder edge. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it back up. Let's harden that edge. Let's do another one.
Could you change the color to a bit orange too?
Oh, you mean like to get it to look like rust? Yeah, I guess you know you could put like a orange overlay on top of it. Let me go back to linear here. See what linear does. There's a little bit more control on linear, maybe. Wow, hold on here. Ease. Let's try this. Gotta preview this. Yeah, you could probably drop some orange on it. I think the problem is because I already kind of have it clipped. Linear. Let's go back. There we go. Try that. It's connected to color. Yeah, you could connect this back to the color and yeah, totally like just change it. Just want to give it a little bit of bubble. It's interesting. Keep it color. No, I guess you could technically just plug it in, right? Let's see. I think you're right. You could just plug that right in there, and then you have it. It will automatically turn black and white. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, because it maps the ramp remaps the black and white on there. It's just my mind thinks like that way sometimes, you know. Like, oh, you know, you gotta like convert it, you know. Then afterwards, I go in and like, you know, eliminate the unnecessary things, like what you just suggested. Absolutely. Yeah, you can go directly to that from the color. You just really habit, to be honest. Let's go 0.1 in this. Let's go 0.3 and wow, just a little smidgen and it, like all of a sudden it maps like that. That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do there. That's interesting. I wonder actually what distance does. I have no idea. That'll be something to actually look up. Right. Kind of like normal shading, right? Inverting it is pretty cool. I think I'll leave it inverted. Let's go a little bit lower than this. 0.1, 0.2. Still feels really harsh for this. I don't like that. Let's go 0.1. Threshold is really low. 0.15. I think that's fine. It's a little kind of haphazard actually. That's a really haphazard looking thing there. Foliage. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, let's give it a little hint. Just a little hint. It's just a variation in the shade there, basically. Whatever. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, that's a bunch of maps, and kind of like using the let's see here, kind of like using the using the mix node and allowing the map to influence it, and then of course using, you know, the ramp to clamp, you know, to eat away at the, you know, at the texture that's already there, kind of like, you know, like kind of like what we're doing with this here. I think I'll actually Or maybe I use, yeah, I wanted it bubbled up and maybe a certain thing, but I mean I could reveal another color under here, another material under here. I don't know if I should do that though, because it would all look too patchy. I don't know if I want to do that. I want this to look like a different material. Oh, because there was a texture that's kind of already random like that, that mapped right onto it. So it's like, it's from a high resolution, and if you get really good textures, so that's kind of what it is. It was a texture and I just pushed it further with the ramp, and it just worked that way. You know, if you want, you can look at the last video, and it'll actually show you exactly like me like pushing and pulling this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna darken this a bit. Tint. Let's darken that a bit. Yeah, really adjusting this metal, because I know in the end it's going to end up being just a color. Yeah, okay, so that's pulling in too much blue there. Let's see. Okay, let's shift this to this to more this spectrum here. She's a little too blue. I'm gonna pull it back a bit. Something like so. Okay, the last thing that's gonna have that color would be this. Let's continue with the concrete. Let's do these seams here. I'm gonna drop this material. Oh, what's here? Oh, is this all one? Okay, let's apply this material here and then we'll just duplicate it. So that's the floor. Let's duplicate that floor. Call this floor 2. Let's see here. I'm gonna add more paint back onto this here if I can. Let's see here. Get a factor, ramp. Okay, and this is a concrete. Yeah, that's a lot of nodes, exactly. Okay, so I think the paint should be inside of the creases and not in the... Let's see, let's flip it. Okay, and I'll do the insides with this one instead, because as you get inside, you would have less wear and tear as the outside. Floor 2. Yep. Okay, so you got that, and then when you go inside, it's a little more covered. So this is the blue version. This is the blue building. So we got a little bit of blue here, blue going in there. Blue should probably could do like at least one or probably 3 different colors. Doesn't matter. It just gives it a little bit of difference. Let's see here. Do I have dirt on this? Yep. Oh yeah. What I like is to do when doing the ramp thing is to add another gray color when white. Yep. Then white to add extra subtle detail. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I get that. We had to give it that extra little subtle. Yep. Yeah, I totally could see that. You know what? And the same material for the door. I'm gonna paint the inside like that. Let's try that. Because the thing is, I don't want it to be like so crazy that it's not, like in the real world you wouldn't try to like put like a bazillion materials on something. You would just like put 1 or 2. So let's put a door material on the inside. Yeah, because you would only paint with a few things. So let's see. This is naked concrete. The paint like with this. Still think that needs a little touching up, but I'll check that out in a minute. Okay. Yep. See here. So I'm gonna have to work on this paint just a little bit more, but I think it is doing its job. So I'm gonna select this medallion here, and this medallion is gonna be that silver. Metal. Okay, and the door is already that concrete. Well, maybe it could be concrete, right? We don't have to silver everything up, right? Looks stupid. Yeah, all these are still some of the songs I've made. I just put the playlist on. Okay, so maybe this is concrete, right? Let's see if we could do that. Let's see what that looks like. Exterior. Let's try it out. Yeah, let's stick with that. Don't have to be metal everywhere. The metal is so tough to keep decent. Yeah, raised effect. Yeah, on this. Oh, the rise effect on the song turns out it's just button. Oh, you hear my background CPU? Yeah, it's my CPU is like spazzing. That's so funny. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think my CPU is having a lot of fun with this. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that like that, so that's concrete. Almost doesn't make no sense like this, but I think this will work for. I mean, it's just a game, right? So. Right, just one color blue. That's what they're using. They're using metal, and they're using raw concrete. Right, you want to have a trifactor, limited color palette, but just interesting, just enough to get your point across. Okay, let's come out of the render mode here. Let's go into texture mode. Let's take a look. One thing I find that kind of helps when you're doing this kind of stuff is like sometimes even to do like a slight micro bevel on all your things that could be metal. So when you do put it in a game engine, it still kind of reads like that. Because of the tempo is synced. Come here, let's put that metal on here too. I'm getting rid of all the weird funky stuff off of here, so let's go metal. Right, these things I have to do separate. Yeah, these things are their own, so I think these things will probably be their own, because they echo, they come again in another these are being reused in another level.
Oh yeah, my friends give me the feedback. Let's go.
Hey, let me give you some feedback. Let's check out your stuff.
Sorry, Misa, let's check it out. Let's check out your song.
I'm logging in here.
Oh, sweet. Oh, you use Fruity Loops? Nice. Yeah, I love Fruity Loops. Okay, guys, we're about to check out a song here from Misel. Nice.
Oh wow, I love this. Okay guys, I'm going to share the video on here.
Let's take it from the top.
This is Misel's, I love it. I like this kind of stuff. Hotness.
Gotta do it one more time. It's so hot.
I love it, man. Michelle, good job.
I love it.
Has a slight Mega Man feel.
Wow. Good job.
That's I love it. The only thing I would say is like probably play up your bass a little bit. You know, like the underlying bass, and yeah, and the main keyboard just dull it just slightly. I love the pitch of it and everything. Just bring it down just a little bit. Bring up your bass and the kind of tab the beats. Like stuff like that.
The more kind of bongo-ish beats.
Yeah, that I love it though. I can't wait to see what else.
What else you're gonna do to it.
I love it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you get a friend to do up that bass, yeah, that's great, man. Good work. Love the way it sounds.
Better frequency, yep. Yeah.
I think like is it Sennheiser? Is the Yeah, I think those are good ones. I think that's what you call them. Sure. Yeah, to see that pad song, man. You see, once you started talking about the amen break, I was like, okay, yeah, you've done your research. As I said, like, there was a guy I worked with, and he told me about the amen break, and I didn't realize it was a key component of drum and bass and all that sort of stuff, and house music. Well, that kind of thing, D&B and that kind of thing. Oh, did I mess up here? Hold on here. I think I messed up something. Hold on here. There we go. I actually don't need this guy. Let's take a look in here. Let's just do these micro bevels. Then I know in the game engine is gonna probably appreciate it. I have to make this real, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna micro bevel just this way right here. Scale rotation, B. Simple. Let's see what's the scale here. 0.01. It's too much, of course. 0.01. There you go. A little chamfered edge.
Always prefer using Ableton, okay?
So many plugins. Gonna get those edges.
I always prefer Ableton, okay? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard of Ableton Live, I think, right?
There are always so many plugins. And FL2, yeah, Fruity Loops, man. I remember using that. Like, I think I may have like 1 or 2 beats here that I made in Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops is pretty easy. But one thing I like Linux Multimedia Studio for is that it actually, like, you know, forces you to think about how to arrange the instruments, because like it's simple compared to Fruity Loops. So you really got to do a lot, you know, to kind of have it sound somewhat decent. And of course, it's free on Linux, so that's part of it. I believe you can get it for Windows also. Okay, let's see. Let's Control B, 0.01. It has a little bit of a beveled edge, not too much. Same thing with this guy here. Just make him real. I mean, you could, like, if you was actually doing like a rendering or something, you know, you'd go through and you'll apply micro bevels and shade and micro bevel shaders to all this stuff, because what that does, it gives any kind of like structure, like weight. And in the real world, you don't have infinite edges like you do in 3D. But of course that comes with the cost of adding more polygons to things. So personally, I like to just only do it around like metal and certain objects. I just pick and choose. And in the end, I mean, however you want a game to look like in the end. I just choose to fake it with like some light, kind of like stroked edges and stuff like that. I fake it that way. Let's see if we can get this contraption here. I mean, you know, I don't have to like you don't have to be overly accurate. Just accurate enough. I noticed there's a weird like line cutting through here, and I think it's because there's a polygon going right through. But hey, whatever. Have you ever used Cakewalk? I'm just wondering. I heard, you know, other people using Cakewalk and stuff like that. Cakewalk is another music making program. Just seeing it for the benefit of anyone out there who's wondering what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm just gonna only apply the edges where I think like the player is gonna like mostly focus on. Let's do this. Let's do that. Technically, if you're down, you're not going to see that up edge right there, so I shouldn't do that, or whatever. Whatever. You just up the sample quality. I like it, man. I like your melodies. The melody that you use is awesome. What? Really? So I'm just selectively like where I'm gonna bevel. Of course, if you're designing something for the real world, you're like, you want to bevel exactly where it's supposed to bevel. And bevel is making that extra like thick edge to the object, because in real life nothing has like a perfectly flat edge. There's always some distortion and some thickness to it. Okay, that's it there. Let's do it. 0.01. Oh, did I bevel that? 0. Segment. Okay. So I'm gonna have to apply this. Tab A. Scale and rotation. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't want that. So I'm gonna have to do it in a. It's okay. It's gonna take.
I'm genuinely curious how long this will take to be baked.
I guess it will take like 3 hours. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it will take that. I don't think it will take 3 hours. Baking is pretty fast. This is my Mega Man beat. Not quite gamey, more rappy. It's meant, you know, if someone wants to rap over it, they could. Someone more skilled than me. 1 2 1 2 on the mic. You know, no, I'm not gonna rap. I thought it's the same as rendering a 3D video. I remember my friend took over 5 hours to render a 3-minute. Yeah, it's according to what you do. Yeah, and according to the renderer. If you're doing it through Blender, like I've ever done 3D animation rendering using V-Ray and 3D Studio Max. That's what I use professionally. I think Blender's capable of it, but you definitely need like a render farm if you're gonna, according to what you're doing, you know. No, render farm is another computer with like, you know, or a server with tons of computing power. You know, just for anyone else out there is wondering what I'm saying there. Okay, so you see how that immediately gave it like an edge in real time, so that's kind of cool. That's, you know, that's kind of what you're looking for. Let me do it to these shapes right here. This shape and this shape should be together. Let's join that like so. Check the other side, make sure it's all good. Let's add the micro bevel to these shapes right here. Or something that resembles a micro bevel. A micro bevel is a tiny edge that you give everything so it looks more solid. Here's our shiny guy. He's this shiny guy here is pondering the fate of the universe, and he's covered in oil. And I'm just choosing where to put the bevel. Like technically you could bevel this entire thing, but you know, I'm just gonna make that decision on my own. This could be like in pieces, or this technically could be like a seam right in there and all that sort of stuff, but I don't think I want to get that deep into it. And all these could be seams all along here also. Huh. Let me really think about this, guys. Hold on. Nope, yeah, I'm just gonna bevel it as is. Okay, the reason why it's doing that is because there's vertices are unwelded, so let's just weld those. Okay, we gotta reselect everything, no big deals. You know how we love doing this kind of this ASMR type actions. Okay, yeah, I thought it's the same as 3D rendering your video. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can bevel this. And see, because I'm doing that now, that edge is all kinds of wacky. 0.01. Okay, that's too much. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's do this right here. Oh, you might want to do this edge. Control B. What is this one? This is 0.004. Okay. 0.1234. Let's go 5. Oh, missed the spot. Let's do it again. Control B. 0.0005. That's cool for now. Oh, missed another spot. Come on. There we go. Let's do it to this side. I will take a couple screenshots, and bacon will definitely have to be like another stream. It's a little bit boring. I might not actually show that. We might just move on to something else. You know, you could basically, I just have to make a copy of certain sections and have the computer work on it. And it involves UV mapping, and that could be really mind-numbing for some people. So I mightn't show that. We might move on to something else for the next stream. But we'll definitely get some screenshots out of this. Just looking this over. Anything to give the illusion of a hard edge is what we're after. Okay, I'm gonna bevel this. Okay, we want 0.0005. Good. Yeah. So that's it. So we got a little bit of an edge there, a little bit of edge to the main thing. So I think it just gives these things a little bit more weight. There's some things here that should be silver, so let's make sure and apply to link materials. Okay, let's make sure that's correct. All right, then I have this base here. And this is the last piece to texture. And of course I got these this inside thing here, which is a whole separate thing. I'm not going to bother with this because this element goes into level 2, and I would texture it there and bring it back in. Just double check to make sure everything here is correct. Okay, looks fine. Let's do this last piece. And let's just look for like a regular kind of cast concrete texture for this thing. So I'm just gonna make a copy of this, call it based L1 gate building BLDG foundation. Just go matte. That's it. It's actually an intake for like water or something. That's kind of actually what it is. I'm gonna keep this as simple as I can here. I like the fact that this is darker, so we probably try to kind of pull that off. There's an underlying material here that I like. Let's see if we could like extract it from here. Okay, so this is a paint, and you could group all the Blender has things where you could group all these into groups and all that. So, but for now, I'm not focusing on that. Right there, as of yet. So I could probably pull this whole piece right here. Python JS? Was that Python JavaScript? Okay, so I'm gonna copy this here onto here, and we're gonna so this is floor. Building gate floor 1. Just grab that. Yes, let's copy this.
Oh, is okay. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Together. Okay.
I gotcha. Common mistake, common. Okay. So here we are. I'm gonna get rid of that paint. There we go. Okay, you got some of that. Okay, that's the dirt. Okay, and this is a concrete color. Mix that in with dirt. What's this here? Okay, yeah, we got 2 or 3 different things happening in this. Yeah, that actually works out just pretty good as is. We'll go with that. Whoa, what's going on there? Is that an error? We got that. Oh, is this? I think this is inverted. I could fix this. Oh, is it doubled up? Oh, okay, get rid of that. There you go. Yeah, I would say it's basically, basically the look of it and the materials of what it should look like is done. So, yeah, I would call it close to being finished. Let's add a last thing here. I'm gonna duplicate this. Call this hole. Yeah, I would say this is close to being completed. Yeah, see, like this needs more like facets, but whatever, more wrongness or whatever to it. But I'm gonna leave it as is. It's all good. Let's give this some edge. Let's give this a little bit of edge. B. Let's see if we use that split. There's a split thing in here. Split edge. Split edge is giving me the same result. I knew I would have softened that up by doing that. It's all good. Let's come back in here and let's make this a bright blue instead of a concrete. Let's see what that does. See geometry, random island. Okay, we don't need any of this here, so let's get rid of this. I could apply like a material on this. Curious on how to the file size of this project. Of this project here. I mean the blend file. Let me see. The blend file is, I think the blend file references all the textures and the images in here. So the blend file might be pretty small. But by the time I bake everything down, then I'll know the actual file size of some of this stuff. Let's see here. Excuse me, I just yawned in the mic, my bad. Let's see here, what file size do we have? Yeah, 4.6 megabytes so far. Okay, so I have some edge on this. Let's just go in and change the color on this. Okay, let's grab some stuff from here. Let me grab this. Alright, this is our dirt material. I'm gonna drop this for the color. Drop that in there. Oh, that gives it a little bit of dirt. Alright, I think maybe this could have a pattern in it because everything is just kind of like, to be honest, like my sensibilities is to stay away from like really jagged things like this, like where there's a lot of wear and tear. Like that's not my sensibility. I hate seeing like torn and destroyed stuff in video games. It's kind of boring. but I like when you add a little bit here and there. So I think this may be a little bit a little bit too much, in my opinion. You know, so I might have to work on that a little bit in terms of like how weathered. This is a little bit too weathered for me personally. I think maybe the paint needs this map in here. Let's try that. Right. So it truly looks like paint. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna do it yeah, it's post-war stuff, yeah. I like it's just after a while, like everything is destroyed, right? Like why in video games, you know, you gotta run through like tons of destroyed, you know, to me like it's a thing with me, but you know, like put the and it's so easy to make stuff look realistic if it's destroyed. And I think like maybe this came from like, you know, my previous job. You know, like you can't do like a destroyed building to make it look realistic, right? You got to do a new building, and people want that to look real. So it's like, you know, you try all these little subtle tricks to get it to that point. But yeah, you know, it's just a rambling of a lone guy here. Okay, let's see what we could do with this guy right here. If I turn, so the roughness is up. If I turn that roughness down, right? Turn the roughness up just a little bit to get a little something. So it's a slightly different material. Let's put the specularity back up to 0.5. Yeah, get out like so we could get some edge on this. Imperfection is digital perfection. Yup. It's kind of like you gotta have a balance, right? You gotta have like a little imperfection and some of that some perfection, and kind of try to balance that. If everything is imperfect, you know, you got vines growing and a piece of the wall busted out, and you know, you gotta, you know, I think it's like, you know, I watched this guy Neil Blevins, who's a 3D artist for, you know, in the 3D Studio Max communities, you know, just in the Autodesk community, he's pretty popular. Neil Blevins, he does stuff for movies, and he's like, you know, they try, life is all about balance. Yeah, correct. So Neil Blevins has this blog where he talks about detail, adding detail, and adding like visual rest. So there's a lot of like noise on the ground, but when you look at the walls, they look a little more even, right? So you need like visual rest and like in your environment for it to feel real. But if everything has like noise, it feels like it doesn't feel real. And noise meaning of like tons of detail. Yeah, sweet and sour is correct. Okay, let me see if I could get some stuff happening here. Hit it, slight metallicness to that. Let's see what that does. Let's go 0.1. Okay. I want to see if I can add this. I have a text shape going on here. Let's see if we can add that to this. Like a texture, I mean, over here. I think this is a texture in here. Comp. No, we don't want any mix. We just come back to this. Let's see. Let's add it to this. If you notice, I'm not putting like too many different things on here. And we haven't done an actual texture painting where like I took out a brush and like brush stuff on here. You know, we're just applying like these materials in the most rigid way. Let's take a look at this. Okay, that works. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna add a new UV thing on here. Dun, dun. You thinking about getting some shut eye? Oh man, it's 4 a.m. where you're at. So just to let you know, Michelle, before you go, you're having so much fun, you forget to sleep. Now you gotta get some rest. Just before you go, I'll just let you know, like on Saturdays, you know, probably like in the mornings over here, like that's probably like around 9, 10, 11, 12. We have like just chill out sessions where I just hang out, you know, listen to music from people. We draw together, you know, there's a site, you know, I send a link where we could draw together, and that's some of that's some of the fan art that you see at the beginning of the stream here. You know, so if you're, you know, willing to share, and we play games and stuff, you know, like tic-tac-toe and stuff like that. And also people share about where the area where they're from, so you don't have to tell me exactly where you live, but you know, whatever country, if you're from like New Zealand or Iceland, or you know, I know a couple you know, people were from Finland. Yeah, like a draw together thing, that's correct. Yeah. You know, and people share where they live, and I look up on Google. I look it up on Google Earth, and we check out some of the area, and I show them like how like parts of New York is. And I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, so I show them a little bit about that. So it's a fun time, and that's on Saturdays. You know, tomorrow's Friday, so I'm just letting you know, just in case. In the Philippines, awesome. I love Philippine stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, just share which part in the Philippines you are. Not exactly where you are, but just, you know, any place of interest, like where you live there, and you know, because you won't want to tell me exactly where you are. You know, you want to do that here on stream, no. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. You know, so that's something to look out for, to mark on the old calendar. If you're interested in that stuff. Yep.
How interesting. Just look at that.
Okay, so I believe I got the thing here. I'm gonna scale this down a bit. Okie dokie. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Have a great rest.
I'll have xsinick say, you know, say all her farewells.
ありがとうございます先輩
Have a good one. I'll see you later. See ya. Have a good night. This is from me to you.
Have a good one, Michelle. Let's get some blue running through here. I think I could do something like that. Try sphere. What does sphere do? Not good. Let's try box. Oh yeah, box is definitely the way to go. Okay, let's see if we can get one more thing in here. Copy this. Mix shader. Good morning, sir. So we had a mix shader here. I'm gonna feed this guy into the factor. Let's bring this guy here. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Let's flip it. Put a roughness up on this a little bit. I mean, we technically could almost grab this material here and put it in there. It's all good. Let's see. Let's just look at the thing here. 0.5. Sorry, 8.5 and 0.5, 25. 8.5. Okay, and the color we could get. Get the hex color. You see the color of the floor here? Maybe I put that in there. See, mix, ramp, that. That. Yeah, so maybe instead of this orange, we continue to flow through. Okay, we got some dirt happening here. Hmm. Or is there a factor in here? That's why. See something? Ah. The factor is between that and that. Yep. Yep, and the scale is right here. What happens if I swap the scale out? Yeah. Okay, so this is, so I would say yeah, I'll say this is pretty set for now. Alright guys, so I think this may conclude me streaming, texturing this, and working on this. Next stream we'll probably switch over to something else. I'll finish this up on the back end here with my regular game production task and that kind of thing. So, hey, I thought it would have been fun to show it, and I thought it was. I think it was, pretty cool. One thing we could do though is like right here where this orb is. Could probably put a light in here. There's only so much the materials could do, right? Let's put like a point light. Put a radius up a bit. Probably something like that. Change the color. Tune up the brightness on this. Yeah, turn up the radius on that. A little more power on it. Let's go a little bit below there, like so. Let's go radius. Radius of 1. Something like so. Alright guys, so I guess that concludes the texturing portion of this building. We'll probably move on to something different, maybe some more modeling or anything like that. Also the times of the stream may change because I gotta focus on different aspects of the game here that is not really conducive to really streaming and that kind of thing, but we'll see. I'll try to do as best as I can to bring stuff out that seems interesting, that you guys can really get into and that kind of thing. So I just want to say thanks for everybody for tuning in and checking me out. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment or any question or any suggestion, anything like that. Leave it in that suggestion box in the about section here on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, just leave a comment on the video. And of course, you could always join the Discord to to ask questions and that kind of thing. So yeah, so this has been pretty interesting. Trying to get some of this stuff going and nicely rendered and that kind of thing. I think it looks pretty cool. And grab a couple screenshots here and there of this stuff. Let's go inside and take a look. Whoa, this guy is looking at this glowing sun that's there. Hopefully we could do it where there's lightning and stuff coming out of here. gonna switch over here for a minute. Where's our camera? Yeah, there we go. It's much better. Makes much more sense. From here. Yeah, something like that. That kind of thing. Yeah, so I just want to shout you guys out, you know, for sticking around and for checking me out, asking questions. People like Michelle, you know, even BCC, man, it just you know, just everyone, you know, like even new subscribers like 1x Verse and MB31112, you know, whoever you are, you know, thanks for following. It's all good. Even if you are the same person or not, it doesn't matter. It's all good. You know. Of course, bigging up Swizzy 3D. You know, bigging up Mr. Kaplu. And I said BCC and Shono and everybody else. Mystical. Alright guys, so this is xsinick heading out. You guys take it easy and peace. Oh yeah, and if you like surprises, stay to the end. I got something, you know, of course, you know, some cool videos for you guys to check out. Oh yeah, and if you know someone who just wants something playing in the background or some chill music or some AR, some things to send to you and anchor you, and you know, good vibes, you know, let them know about the channel, let them know about the stream, and even the channel on YouTube. Okie dokie.
that.